I promise to celebrate with you all of our wins, but more importantly, to stand by your side through all of our fails. I promise to remember that neither of us are perfect, but that we are perfect for each other.
God is in the process of forming Christ in you. That process is about to be accelerated.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Alex with Portland Event Films, and today I want to go over the audio kit that we use for our weddings. So the first thing I want to talk about is we own a DJ company and a video company, and this is one process that makes it really seamless when we do our highlight films, because when we show up to a wedding, you have to either type into the band or the soundboard, and since we're doing both parts, it's a seamless process. We know exactly what we need to hook up to. All the cables and everything are already there, and then so there's no guessing like, hey, is the DJ gonna let me plug into the audio, and how good are the microphones that the DJ is going to use? We know what we use for our DJ setup, and so when it comes to doing our videography, just makes this a seamless process. We know what it takes to get to the best quality. We know where to set everything because we're using the same stuff every weekend when it comes for our videography stuff and our DJ stuff. So the first thing I want to cover is how we mic the bride to get really, really good audio. A lot of people will put a mic on the officiant, and then they'll use that to pick up the groom's audio, the bride's audio, and the officiant for the ceremony. So what we do is, what we have here is our bride kit. So this is the DR10L white version. And then we also use this, and this thing is like almost like a garter belt. And we slip the recorder in here. And then this goes on the bride's leg. And this is only for the ceremony. So then we'll take this microphone here and then we'll attach it on the inside of the dress. So usually before the bridal prep gets done, we'll take these things, they're called bride coat stickies, and we will put them on the microphone and we'll put this in the dress. So we'll have this microphone hanging inside the dress before the bride gets ready. This is like the most uncomfortable part of the day because you're going to feel that wire against you. But as soon as the ceremony is done, we have one of your friends or the planner come and get this and take it out. But it really makes a huge difference when it comes to the ceremony audio and the card reading. Here's an example of what this sounds like on a bride and the different audio quality that it gives versus being on the officiant or the groom.
To be my lawful wedded husband. I, Carrie, take you, Nolan.
I, Carrie, take you, Nolan.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
I, Carrie, take you, Nolan.
I, Carrie, take you, Nolan.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
I, Carrie, take you, Nolan.
I, Carrie, take you, Nolan.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband. I am so happy and proud and feel blessed beyond belief that today I become your wife. I am honored to call you mine and to walk through life together with you. I promise to be loyal and honest and true and to always keep your heart safe. I promise to remember that neither of us are perfect, but that we are perfect for each other.
So these little recorders are amazing. We have about 6 of them. So that way, if we're doing speeches and we need to mic up 6 different people, we're not taking them off and switching in between. So when it comes to the ceremony, we'll put one on the officiant, we'll put one on the bride and one on the groom. Technically, we could use one, but now we have 2 backups. And not only that, the closer that this gets to your mouth, the better the audio quality is going to be. So the great thing about these is they have a dual record mode. So we'll set it at a pretty high volume. And if there's any part where people are clapping or it gets really loud, we can go to the other track on there, which is recorded at a little less. It's usually about 6 dB less volume. So that way we have a backup track just in case. For some reason at your ceremony, one of these stopped working or the battery went out for any reason. Hasn't happened yet. Cross my fingers. Now we have 2 other ones on other people. It's not as good of sounding audio, but it's a great backup plan. So the next thing I want to talk about is this recorder here. This is the Tascam 44WL. And the reason I went with this one is because it is a dual recorder and it is also wireless. So I can be behind the camera, and then I can check my phone, and I can check the levels and make sure that nothing's peaking. If this needs to be turned up for any reason, then I can turn the volume up on this while still being across the room, and I can monitor the volume. 9 times out of 10, this is usually just as a backup because we're going to be pulling the audio from the Tascam. So we'll use this as a backup just in case. But when it comes to the actual speeches, the audio coming off of here is probably going to be the best quality because the microphones that we use for our ceremony are like $1,500 microphones, and it's a really crisp, clean sound going directly into this feed, and there's no background noise. But we're still going to take the DR10Ls and we're still going to put them on everybody speaking as a backup, and this gives us options to decide which form of audio that we can use. So this is what we use for main speeches and also a backup for the ceremony. All right, so this is our little Sony recorder. Haven't had to technically use this thing yet, but it's a great tool because you can set it right inside the pocket for a backup for like a card reading. We'll usually take this and we'll tape it to the microphone stand where they're giving the speeches, so it's just gonna be tucked right underneath. And this is another form of backup. It's a great little handy recorder. We use it on every wedding, but I haven't had to actually pull audio from it because we haven't had to rely on a backup. But let's say that our other backup is too high, something else happens. This is just another option for a backup, or in your pinch, something's not going right, you just slip it in the pocket or tape it to the microphone. And so this is a great little recorder to use as a backup plan. Now, the last recorder thing that we use is the Rode NTG, and we use this for ambient sound, and that's what this is right here being recorded on. So we usually put this in the back of the room. And one of the things that I feel in a lot of films that are kind of missing is you have that high quality audio from the speeches, but what does the room sound like? If you're in the back of the room, how would all the sounds and any ambient sound that's going to, make you feel like you're in the room, that's what we're going to use this for. And we have this big blimp thing that allows us, so if it's a really windy day, we can use this to get the audio. So that is our audio kit for weddings. Like I said, the biggest thing is that seamless transition between the videography company and the DJ company. There are times where we do weddings where we aren't the DJ or we're working with a band, and it's a little bit more challenging because we don't know, do they have good quality microphones? Is their stuff grounded? Where do they need to set the levels? It's all stuff that can be achieved, but it's just one more level of difficulty. And not only that, but you have 2 different vendors that you hope, will play together and play nicely. Because I've had bands before like, hey, you're not plugging into our audio stuff. We don't want anything to happen. And, same thing with DJs. So having us do both just makes that streamlined process and a high quality audio product. A lot of people, if the audio doesn't sound good, they're not going to want to watch it, and it's not going to be a pleasant experience. So this is why we really focus on our audio kit to make sure that your video sounds really good.